Second Amendment. Assault weapons ban threatens Second Amendment rights. D.C. versus Heller proves Miller is not the controlling procedure. Born, Congressman, 2009. The reinstatement of a ban on so-called assault weapons runs counter to the Second Amendment, which protects the right to lawfully keep and bear arms. The first question is whether the previous assault weapons ban was effective in its stated goal, a reduction in violent crime. During the time it was in effect, from 1994 to 2004, there was no measurable reduction in violent crime that could be attributed specifically to the ban.
Only read what's underlined.
Okay. Last year, the Supreme Court ruled in District of Columbia versus Heller that the Second Amendment protects an individual's right to keep and bear arms primarily for self-defense. The court sent a clear message that incremental steps to erode the Second Amendment are unacceptable. Heller recently redefined the Second Amendment individual rights to possess and carry weapons and was affirmed 2 years later in McDonnell versus City of Chicago, applying the individual right to bear arms to all 50 states. Mahalkal, Executive Comments Editor, Boston College, International and Comparative Law. Review, Winter 2012. The U.S. Second Amendment policy was recently redefined by the Supreme Court. In District of Columbia versus Heller, Justice Scalia reasoned that the Second Amendment guarantees the individual right to possess and carry weapons in case of confrontation. Only 2 years later, Heller was affirmed and the Second Amendment was incorporated against the states as an individual right in McDonnell versus City of Chicago, N90. Contention 2, self-defense. Guns can be used to stop acts of evil in the name of self-defense. Gross, Chair of Callaghan's Foundation, July 26, 2012. But there are other evils in this world. Our civil right to be armed self-defense has storied history of protecting us from many of those evils. This right protected the abolitionists who took the message that slavery was evil directly to the slave states. After the Civil War, the right to bear arms was used to protect freedmen from the brutal violence of the Ku Klux Klan. Arms continue to protect civil rights workers. The right to armed self-defense protects the LGBT community. The right to self-defense also protects mothers and daughters from rapists, merchants from robbers, and families from home invaders. Guns are used 1,500,000 times a year to successfully defend good people from bad people, almost always without the firing of a single shot.
20 seconds. 10 seconds.
The Colorado massacre is disturbing, but it must be seen in this context.
Time.